Every person has the same right to be happy, to dream, and to live life to the fullest. Unfortunately, racism stands in the way of this for some people. Racism occurs when individuals are treated unfairly simply because of their skin color or the origin of their family. It is unjust, and it can make people feel deeply hurt. Even though we should all be treated equally, in some parts of the world this problem is far more severe. In this video, we are going to explore the top 10 countries where racism is more prevalent than in many other places. This ranking is based on a comprehensive study conducted by U.S. News, WPP, and the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. These organizations surveyed around 87 different countries, examining numerous factors to determine where racism is most widespread. Number 10, Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, there is a minority group known as the Tamil people. They belong to the larger family of South Asian ethnic groups but are far fewer in number compared to other communities in the country. Sadly, they have faced ongoing discrimination. According to a 2022 report by the U.S. State Department, the Tamil population has struggled with access to opportunities many of us might take for granted, such as admission to universities, finding quality employment, and obtaining essential healthcare and housing. This is not only about unfair treatment, it's about denying people a fair chance simply because of their heritage. The issue is further complicated by widespread distrust toward the government and the military, both predominantly led by another ethnic group called the Sinhalese. This tension stems from events during a long and brutal civil war that lasted for 26 years, longer than some people have been alive. Number 9, El Salvador. In El Salvador, laws exist to protect individuals from racial or ethnic discrimination. However, these laws are not enforced effectively. As a result, people of African descent, whose ancestors came from Africa, as well as members of indigenous communities, often do not receive the fair treatment they deserve. The U.S. State Department has highlighted the presence of systemic racial discrimination in El Salvador. Systemic means that discrimination is deeply embedded in various aspects of daily life, making it harder for affected groups to live without facing bias or even violence. Ranking 9th on this list serves as a reminder that laws protecting rights must be actively upheld, not just written down. Everyone, regardless of race or background, should feel safe, respected, and treated equally. Number 8, Russia. Russia is a land rich in history, from the grandeur of Tsarist palaces to the vast landscapes of Siberia. Yet beneath this cultural beauty lies a troubling reality. The country is currently engaged in a serious conflict with Ukraine, and while the war itself dominates headlines, another concerning issue often goes unreported. The U.S. State Department has revealed that Russia disproportionately sends certain groups, particularly those not ethnically Russian, to the front lines. Many of these individuals come from economically disadvantaged regions such as Buryatia and Dagestan, far from the wealth of Moscow or St. Petersburg. Even without the war, life in these areas is challenging, and the conflict has only made it worse. Adding to these difficulties, Russia faces problems with hate crimes, acts of violence or hostility against people because of their ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation. Minority groups such as the Roma have historically been marginalized and continue to face discrimination and violence today. In the current climate of conflict and social tension, these communities endure even greater struggles, feeling unwelcome and unsafe in their own country. Number 7, United Arab Emirates. In the United Arab Emirates, there are people who were born and raised there but are considered stateless. This means they lack the rights granted to full citizens, despite the UAE being their home. Amnesty International reports that these individuals, who often have roots in the Arabian Peninsula, East Africa, or South Asia, are denied access to essential government-funded services such as healthcare and education. Imagine living in a country where, simply because of your family's background, you cannot see a doctor when you are sick or attend school like everyone else. This unfair treatment places the UAE 7th on our list, highlighting how the denial of basic rights can have life-altering consequences. Number 6, Myanmar. Myanmar has ethnic groups that are not officially recognized by the government, meaning they lack equal rights and opportunities. This exclusion leaves them struggling financially, as restrictions are placed on where they can live and the jobs they can hold. The U.S. Institute of Peace reports that these marginalized groups, including Muslims and other unrecognized communities, faced even harsher treatment after a military coup in 2021. Among the worst affected are the Rohingya Muslims, who have endured severe persecution by the military. Over 700,000 Rohingya people have been forced to flee their homes and the country entirely, abandoning everything to seek safety. Number 5. Israel. Israel is known for its historical and religious significance, but beneath its global image lies a complex and divisive reality. Human Rights Watch reported in 2021 that the system in Israel often favors Jewish Israelis, creating major challenges for Palestinians. This bias has tangible impacts. Palestinians face unfair treatment in many aspects of life simply because of their identity. One of the most significant issues is forced displacement, Palestinians losing their homes due to decisions beyond their control. Beyond losing property, they are often confined to certain areas, limiting their access to jobs, education, and healthcare. These restrictions create physical and social barriers, separating families and communities. This isolation, combined with limited opportunities, adds emotional and psychological strain to their daily lives. Number 4. Iran. In Iran, both ethnicity and religion can be sources of discrimination. Amnesty International reports that ethnic and religious minorities are frequently denied equal access to education, political participation, and employment opportunities. This exclusion is like being told you cannot join a group or pursue your dreams solely because of your family background or beliefs. Number 3. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia ranks third on this list due to its unequal treatment of non-citizens. Freedom House notes that if you are not a citizen, you have little influence over political matters. Furthermore, people of African heritage, often descended from slaves, and migrant workers from Africa and Asia face significant discrimination in workplaces and daily life, despite official laws prohibiting racial bias. Number 2. Qatar. Qatar, famous for its modern skyline and cultural heritage, came under intense scrutiny during preparations for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Many migrant workers who built stadiums and infrastructure endured harsh working conditions, unpaid wages, and poor treatment. These individuals arrived in Qatar seeking opportunity but instead faced exploitation and injustice. Number 1. Serbia. At the top of the list is Serbia, where the Roma people suffer the highest levels of discrimination. According to the U.S. State Department, Roma communities in Serbia struggle to access education, employment, and integration into society. Ethnic Albanians in Serbia face similar challenges, being excluded from job opportunities and social participation. For both groups, life feels like a game where the rules are designed to prevent them from winning. These are the 10 most racist countries in the world according to this study. While these issues can be uncomfortable to discuss, awareness is the first step toward change. By understanding these problems, we can work toward creating a kinder and more inclusive world. Change begins with each of us choosing to treat others with fairness and respect, regardless of where they come from or what they believe in.